Hi everybody. Today we're gonna do some things with clay. So we're gonna start using this clay. It's foam clay, and I get mine off Amazon. So we're gonna start off taking them out. We're gonna make all kinds of different tag embellishments for your craft projects, just to give your little critter something extra. So I'm going to take some clay out here. We're going to need a fair amount. A little stringy stuff. Whoa. Okay, we got tons here. Alright, hopefully we'll have enough to do what we want. Close that up. They don't have to close it too badly. We're going to be playing in and out of it, so we'll just put that aside. Alright, we're going to get right down to her. So I'm going to put you down here. Let's go. Oop. Okay, so what I have is just an old ceramic tile, so it's not sticky. And we're going to condition our clay, and I'm going to show you a few things here. So, and we're going to have fun because we're going to play with stamps. So it's clay and stamps, I should have said. Okay, so you're just going to flatten it out like so. And I just got a stamping block, nothing special, just so I can smooth it out. And you're just gonna, oh, I got it stuck. That was not supposed to happen. Anyway, mine's a little sticky. It doesn't matter if you get paint or whatever on it, because I have paint on everything. Yeah, flip it over. I'm just trying to get it a little thinner and flat so we can do what we want with it. Okay. So, there's part one. Okay, so I think we're going to do just a regular shaped tag. So this here is one of those things you get for your, I guess it would be your cricket maker, but it's just something I grabbed. You can use a knife, you can use all different kinds of things to cut it. So I'm just going to cut my basic shape. I got this one at the dollar store. Okay, and you see how it's sticky? You don't want that, so we're going to clean that off. And on this plate, if you can see that, woo, there, all it is some cornstarch or flour or whatever you have on hand. What we're going to do is just going to dab a dew in it. And this here just makes it so it doesn't, you don't need much on there. Just to say there's a dust of it, just so your stuff don't stick. That's all that's for. It won't harm it, nothing. And then you're just going to try that again, and it just cuts like butter. So we're going to do one of those, and I want mine about like that, so I'm just going to eyeball it like that, and one of these. Okay, that looks pretty good. So then I'm just going to peel this off, boop, just like that. Put that aside for now, because we're just going to do what you see a regular tag. So I cut the corner, and I'm going to cut the corner, boop, and I like one of those square topper tags, so I'm going to do that with mine, boop, drop that, oh well, okay, not going to worry about it. Now you have all kinds of messy edges, see, all kinds of messy edges. And all you're going to do is just run your finger along and tap. You're just going to smooth that out just like so. Okay. Right? And then, see how you can peel that off? See? Now you can just, with your fingers, you just smooth it all out. No biggie. Nothing there. And essentially this is making like a 3D tag. We're going to do some neat stuff to it in a second here. So, now that you got that, I'm just going to take a old painting brush. I'm going to put it in that, just dip it in your baking soda or powder or any kind of powder. And make that hole so later when it dries, you can string it. So we got that far. Okay. Now here's where the fun comes in. So say I wanted to say something, Okay, I got a stamp here. I'm not sure what it says right now. Okay, wishing you a big slice of happiness. That's what mine says. So what I'm going to do is take an old paintbrush, doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's dry, and I'm going to dab it into, maybe I'll bring it closer, just going to dab it into that baking powder, or baking soda, or whatever powder you have, and blot it off so it's not too much, and I'm just going to run it along, just like that, on my stamp. Don't worry, it's not going to hurt your stamp. You're just going to run it along, maybe a little bit more. You just want it to be lightly coated, not too much. See how now it's dusted. Whoop, dropping it everywhere. But see how it's dusted? It's got a little bit of dust on there. That's all you want. And then I'm going to place it in the middle of my tag, like so. Now let me bring you up close. So we got that far. And then all I'm going to do is just pat it down. Just like that. And you just rub your hand all along it, just like so. Making sure you got all that impression in there. And you can straighten out your tag a little bit, because by doing that, I kind of made my tag a little wonky, but that's okay. Easy fix. You just reshape. We got that point, and then here's the magic. You pull that off, and now you have your tag with your indentations in it. So later, after this dries, you can paint it and then string it, and you can put it on whatever project you want. So there's one. Take him, boop, and see how you pull that off there. It's just a matter of wherever, whatever. And I'm going to set that on something so it can dry. Okay. I got another lid. That's all it is, just an old Tupperware lid, whatever. And I'm just going to place it on there for later. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that dust, and I'm going to dust it on there so later I can pick it up. And this just helps it not to stick. That's all. So I'm going to place that on there, straighten it back out again, whatever I want. Ta-da! One done. Okay. Put that aside for later. Okay, the next one, I'm going to bring this blob of K back over here. Whoop. Alright. Move it around again. This time I'm not going to take so much. So, and again, put it on my surface. We're going to flatten it out. Doop. Oh, I did it again. Okay. Alright, no biggie, no biggie. And say I want, I don't know, whatever shape you want. You can cut it in whatever shape you want. Or you can press it into whatever shape you want. So, there's mine. And say I want a funky one. Now here's the cool thing about this stuff. You know those Frisker scissors with all the fancy doodads there? That's what this is. And, I don't know, say I want a square this time. So I'm just going to cut it. One. And you can cut this stuff with any pair of scissors. Just like so. And now I got a funky looking tag. Reshape that a little bit, because the way I was holding it, I unshaped it. But no big deal. You just stretch it out the way you want. Just like that. Take the extra, put it over here. Don't forget your hole. And you're going to put it right in the middle, just like that. Now, instead of words on there, you can do other things. So, I have a turtle guy. Isn't he cute? And you're going to do the same thing. And this is just the red rubber stamps. And I'm just going to dab into that. And I'm going to dust it. See? Yeah, I should have started off showing you this one first, because the red you really see when you dusting it. Yeah, tap that off a bit so it's dusted, and we're just going to push this guy. We're going to, I don't know which way to put him. Maybe this way. I want him all on there, so I got him on there, and I'm going to just push him in, just like so. And then I'm going to pull him off. And then I can pull this up, straighten it out a little bit. And now, if I can show you here. Woo! Where's that camera? Ah! Oh, we're having issues, aren't we? That's hard to see today. Okay, let me put it on this thing so you can see. There we go. Isn't that cute? And then you can hang him on something. So I'm going to put him over here on that little plastic I have. I'm just going to take this down because I think the sun is being our problem. There we go. Now we can see. Alright, so the next one I want to do. So you got all that one. Now, here's another fun one. So you can buy these rounds on Amazon or your dollar store. Well, here in Canada you can anyway, so pick some of those up from the dollar store. And I'm just going to take a piece, just like so. And I'm going to roll it up. I might have too much here. So we're going to separate that in half. And the nice part is, because it's so sticky, you can add it on just like so. No rhyme, no reason. Add it to this round. Don't really want it on the side, so we're just going to push that upward. And I'm just going to push it out here and there and everywhere. You're going to see what I'm doing in a second. Okay. And this is going to give you a whole different tag. And I'm going to take a little bit more. And we're going to put you about down here. Not my here. That's the other thing. This stuff collects everything. So, yeah. Be forewarned. That's why I said don't worry about it. Like, I mean, you know, you get paint or a little something in it. It's not a big deal. Because you can always go back and paint these later. They paint out really, really cool and really, really nice. So, yeah, I just got it. No rhyme, no reason. Now, what I'm going to show you. These are called embossing folders. They are actually for scrapbooking, paper crafting, that sort of thing. So what they are is pattern. That's all it is. So what I am going to show you what to do with it, because I like to play with all my tools and all different kinds of craft. So I'm just going to take this thing, open it up, and I'm going to take my powder and I'm going to powder it. Just like so. And the reason why I'm powdering it, and these won't hurt either, because after you're done, you can go and wash these in the sink. It's not a big deal. A little bit of soap and water and wipe it off, and she's good to go. So all I'm doing is just dusting it so it doesn't stick. Just like so. Got that? And then I'm going to take it, and you see this? Oh, I didn't dust that other side. It's a good thing I seen that, because it would have been a sticky mess. That's why it's important to make sure you dust the whole thing. Well, you're going to use one side, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Alright. And these folders, too, you can buy on Amazon or any place that sells scrapbooking stuff, usually. So all I'm doing is just placing it on top of that clay, and I'm going to push down. Push down, rub it in. Sorry about that. That's all I'm going to do. Make sure you get some of that pattern in there. That's essentially what we're doing. That's it. Push down, and then I'm going to lift it off. Alright. That looks pretty good. So, now that I've done that, I can just push that around. And you can just Don't worry. If you get too much later, after it dries, you can take sandpaper, and because this dries hard, it will dry completely hard. And you can just sand it where you don't like it. If it's not round enough or whatever, follow your shape or whatever. On this side, I'm going to do the same. Just like that. And I tend to roll it off the edge. Just like that. So dry in this room. And then I just peel that all off. What I don't want. Clean it up. Because you want the front to look as good as the back, right? So that's all I'm doing. I'm just kind of rubbing it and getting it to come off so it looks good. But like I said, if you don't get it all off, that's not a big deal. You can wait until it's sanded. I just like to waste as little as possible. And then the other thing you can do with these is you get just a single hole punch. You can pop that in there, just like so. Ooh, that one's a little stiff, so and you turn it the other way. Sometimes you gotta work it a little bit, but it'll punch through. I promise. As soon as I can see what I'm doing. Okay. And it's coming. It's coming, but it will work. It will, I promise. I just don't have enough little bit of manpower today. Then watch, that piece is going to go flying. I'm going to tell you that right now. And there it is. See? And now you got a hanger ornament. See? With all that gorgeous detail from that embossing folder. And the nice part is you can get like different patterns and stuff too, so you can do that with, which is nice. And then you can write whatever you want on it, or add another tag, or add another embellishment to make an ornament or whatever. So there's that. And another one I'm going to show you, which I love, is, okay, I don't have a straight word here, unfortunately, but hopefully you guys will get an idea. Okay, that's pretty straight. Okay, so put that away. Okay, now get another little piece, and I'm gonna roll it out and flatten it out. Now, what I want to do, flatten some more, and I am looking for something to cut it. Usually I have a pair of scissors here, so I can cut it straight and it's really quick, but of course, because I'm on here, I don't have it. So, no biggie. What I want to do is show you a couple ways of doing this. So, just straightening it out a bit. Okay, around my edge. But you know those metal plates that you see in the craft stores, and they say all kinds of cool verses and stuff? Well, we can make those with these clays. The only difference is theirs is raised. So all your lettering is raised, like those little mini signs. Okay. But ours is going to be indented. But, I mean, for what we're doing, it'll be okay. And hopefully, you guys know what I'm talking about. And what we're going to do is to have, I'm going to get a smaller paintbrush this time, though. Okay. Put a little bit on there. And I'm going to put one hole here. And I'm going to put one hole here. Just like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your wording. And I have no idea what this says right now. Hopefully something alright. This one says Sunny Vibes. So I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to dust that off, just like so. Tap off the excess. Boop. And then I'm just going to... So now, my thing is going to say... It's a little big for this one, but it's okay. We'll fix. So we're going to put Sunny Vibes here. And you can mix and match these to whatever you want. So I'm going to put that there. And then let me see what we have here. I have tons of stamps in case you're wondering what I'm playing with here. Okay. So we got Sunny Vibes. So what are we going to put with Sunny Vibes? So maybe we want a flower or something. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to dust that just like so. And I'm going to... My stamps are well loved. I use them in everything. Oh, I got a hair mixed in that one. Okay. I think I got it. I got it. Alright. No, I don't. I don't really want that sticking in there. Okay, I think I got it. Alright. So now, I'm going to add a couple of flowers on that piece. Just like that. I'm going to tap them in. And tap that one in. And then we'll pull that off. And we got... Oop, pull that one off. Now we got Sunny Vibes with some flowers. And then we can just reposition it. And you can make these little bands as big or as small as you want. But the cool thing is when you're done with them, you know, like if you want it to... And I should show you that. And it's a good thing that came up. Now you see how it says Sunny Vibes. If I can get that right. Ugh. Anywho. Maybe if I move that up. It's hard to see, eh? There it is. Haha. Okay, so it says Sunny Vibes on it with the little flowers. Now, say I want it to go around something. That's the beauty of being your own creator. Say my object is round, say a flower pot or a jar or something, and you can't attach these to a jar. What you're going to do when you dry, you're going to go put it on your surface, like so. Then you make it look like exactly how you want it. And you just kind of bedangle it, and you let it dry like that. See? So that when you take it off later, it's going to be that shape, right? It's going to be curved like that. So then you can put it against something. So essentially, you're making your own embellishments or different type of tags. So we're going to leave that one dry like that, so you guys can see after what that looks like. And of course, I'm dropping everything into my jaw. So that one's like that. Another thing that you can do with this clay is these. I love these. So you can take these and you can make little scenes on them. So you can take it, and it sticks to wood really, really well. So watch where you put it, because it's hard to get off after. So we're just gonna do this. You can make your tag as big or as small as you want, and you can start doing your thing here. So what I want to start off with is I'm going to put just some right here, like so. That's the starting of my scene, okay? Now, I'm going to do this simply. You got a brush, so you're just going to go, you're going to poke, and you're going to do, and you're going to spread, and all that fun stuff. And what you're doing is making patterns in there. No rhyme, no reason, just what you're doing. Okay, so that's the first step of what we're doing. Okay. Show you guys this real quick. Okay. So, bring it up close. See? No rhyme, no reason. Now, you gotta wind that down. Whoop. I think I got a little too much here. So pull some of that off. And you're just gonna make something like an elongated tear shape or cone. So that piece. And you're gonna put it on there, just like so. Just like that, right? And you just tap it down. And mine's not sticking. So here's where your water comes in. The stuff's not sticking, you want to stick it to like the wood, because it should. You just get a little, do I have a longer bristle brush? No. No. Oh, okay, I gotta get me a longer brush now. Oh, I'm so disorganized today, guys. It is what it is. We roll with it. So any old brush, as you can see, I have a band of brushes. And we're just gonna get it wet, damp. And then you're gonna go underneath, lift that. Wherever you want it to stick, you're just gonna run the water just like that. Plunk it down, push it in, and ta-da! It's gonna stick there. Now when it dries, it's gonna stick there, so you can dangle it the way you want. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make... Have you figured out what we're making yet? Of course, we're gonna make... Well, my moth thing is a little too big, so we're gonna squish it down a little bit. My point's too big. I'm gonna squish it down. That's all I'm doing. See? Just pushing it down, squishing it down, whatever, because it was too tall for what I needed it to do. And I'm gonna need some more clay. Boop. It'll work out in the end. Can you figure it out yet? Okay, so we got your bean shape, right? And then I'm gonna pull it up just a little bit. So now we kind of got a bean shape kind of, well, triangle. But and then I'm just gonna slap it on there. And now with my fingers, so that's all I did. Can you guess now? A mushroom. Ha ha. So this is the scene we're going with. So now I'm just going to manipulate it with my fingers to what I want it to look like. Pushing it down and around and whatever it have you. I just need to see what I'm doing here. And there's my little mushroom. I had detail underneath my mushroom because it's coming from under there. We're just going to take our brush and just do that. And you're just poking it upward. So that later on, when you go to paint this guy, again, he's not sticking either. So I'm gonna take that same brush I had water on, put it underneath, and just gotta add a little bit of water, and then push it down in, and ta-da! You got your mushroom like that. And you can add more grass if you want. So if you want blades of grass. You roll it in and you get all these little spiky ends, that's fine. Fold it in half like that. And then you can add on top like this. And then you can grab any old thing, which, what am I looking for? Anything that makes, we were using this earlier, but, so anything that makes detail or impressions. And you just need, a knife will work too. I got that one too. Two up there. Got another little brush, move it out of the way. Because I want more over here, right? So, just making some impressions. And you see how that's one overlapping the other and it looks kind of funny. So to make that blend, all I'm going to do is take my brush and I'm just going to poke it in. So now it looks like it's coming out of there, right? And then you can just build on top of that. Nice and simple. You can take a piece, doesn't have to be whatever, and you just put it on top there. And you just cover your mess. Now these don't have to be to the board. They can, you can have it 3D coming out at you, just like that, right? And then to blend it in, you just poke back in, you go toot toot toot. if you can see what I'm doing, would be good. Doot, doot, doot. You're just going to blend the bottom of that in so it looks like it's part of your grass, whatever else is here. And you can manipulate it, and now you got a 3D piece coming out at you, see? And you just have fun. You just make your scenes the way you want, and then when you paint it, you know, it'll look really good. And again, you can go back to my base coating video, paint everything black, and then, you know, use the different techniques on it and how you want to paint it. And that's it for that. So yeah. So now that you see that one, and like you can add magnets to this too, you know, and then it could be a fridge magnet. It could be an ornament. It could just be a tag. You can have the 3D tag on hanging off something, you know. These can be turned into 1,001 things, or you can use this as an embellishment on a different project, you know, whether you're making a wreath and want to, you know, have that extra something something, or on a sign, or whatever, what have you. So, you know, think out of the box, make your own embellishments with the clay, and I mean, they're super cute. They're super cute. You can have like your 3D ones, that type of thing. Here, I'll show you a couple more that I did before I got online. So this one's a spider web one, and you know, put it in a mold, one of those candy molds, and you can make like little chocolates for faux candy to put on your projects. This one here, what is this one? Oh, this is a little skull guy. So you can add these things to all kinds of things. You can poke a hole in it, and you can add a key ring, and you can make your own keychains with them. You can put them, you know, as earrings, even as jewelry, you know, however else you paint them up, you know, like a necklace, and you put it on, you know, it'll be really cute. You can make your matching earrings, you know, this type of thing. And there's another one of these guys. You paint them in the faux metal. Like, just because I painted stuff in ceramic doesn't mean you can't paint it the same way on this. So, you know, use those techniques and do like faux metal. And then, you know, it'll look like a metal tag on something. And you see, these are fully dry. So like they're very bendable, and they're durable, you know. And you just paint them the same way as you would have painted ceramic. So, you know, if you haven't seen those videos on different tricks and tips on how to paint things, please feel free to go check them out. And that's all I have for you today, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. And yeah, I'm chasing my mouse. Ta-da, I got him. And bye-bye for now.